One of the most common mortgage questions we're getting right now is, should you go fixed or should you go variable? On one hand, fixed rates have dropped, but there's the chance that if rates keep going down, you'll get stuck. And as rates drop below the fixed rate you take, the penalties typically get larger. On the other hand, you've got a variable that's expected to drop a little bit more, but we have to ask ourselves, with potential tariffs and the world going a little crazy, what's going to happen to interest rates long term? So my advice is to consider which option has the best worst case for you. So if you take a fixed rate, your worst case is rates drop and you're probably annoyed. With the exception, if you break the mortgage early, you could face a very large penalty. So fixed rates are a little bit less flexible, but they tend to have a better worst case. Whereas variable rate mortgages, your worst case scenario is that rates go up again and you end up with a larger payment. But most variable rate mortgages allow you to convert into an equal or greater fixed term. And there are a couple lenders that allow you to go 3 to 4 to 5 year fixed immediately. So they let you flip out of the variable side into a fixed rate option at a time. So you can procrastinate the decision to lock in. So my advice is ultimately make the decision based on which worst case is better for you, on the assumption that you don't have a clear winner for the best case scenario, because the world's a little strange and who knows what's going to happen. Another strategy that you can do if you really want to minimize your worst case and best case scenarios, because there are pros and cons to this, is you can split your mortgage into half variable and half fixed. That way, if rates plummet, you're like, well, sweet, half my mortgage is variable, but shit, half of it's fixed. But the flip side is if rates go through the roof, then you're like, phew, half my mortgage is fixed, shit, half is variable. So it makes it one of those things where you're in a kind of more balanced approach. Regardless of what happens, you're not super happy, but you're also not facing the worst case scenario either. So this is the type of consideration that should be going into how you choose your mortgage. And ideally, a professional should be having this conversation with you and helping you weigh through the pros and cons. Because sadly, no one has a crystal ball, and certainly nobody knows what's going to happen over the next 5 years. And if you're really skeptical on this, my challenge to you is think back 5 years. Pre-COVID, rates going up. Think how much has changed during that time. COVID happened, rates plummet. Then rates go up. Now rates are falling again and everybody's wondering. So a lot can change in 5 years. So just something to consider. If you have any questions, let me know.